The ultimate money system is being formed, and Metallica's ecosystem is on top of things, folks. Look at this. This is the Metallica's Q3 report. It is live now, folks. We're going to be looking at that in a moment. So, in a nutshell, first, let's see what Metal blockchain has posted. 15 plus institutional stablecoins deployed in test environment. By the end of Q3, more than 15 institutions branded stablecoins had been deployed in the XPR network test environment, basically as part of the Metallica stablecoin pilot program. So this is great, folks. This compliance aligned zero risk sandbox enabled institutions to evaluate operational readiness, ideate, and develop internal expertise ahead of potential production deployment. Folks, this is really important because the institutions, they need a pilot, they need to test a project or a project's use cases in real time. A project might claim that, yeah, they are providing institutional use cases, institutional utility, the real world utility, but if the enterprises do not test it in real environment, they never know if it is production ready or not, or if it can be relied upon or not. So this is really important. We saw in an XLM video as well that US Bank is now testing the use cases, and now if we are in a phase that we are getting out of that hypothetical phase into the practical testing phase. Look at this. One Nevada credit union joins Metallica's stablecoin pilot to explore digital asset integration. Metallica's a leader in blockchain technology for financial institutions and core developer of Metal blockchain has today announced that one Nevada credit union has joined its stablecoin pilot program. This is awesome. Talking about Steve O'Donnell, president and CEO of One Nevada, what did he have to say? Look at this. This is from Frank Mazza over here. Money movement isn't just a service, it is how our members live, work, and thrive. Our members deserve financial tools that move as fast as their lives do. Partnering with Metallicus through their Metal blockchain innovation program and stablecoin pilot, it positions us for the next generation digital payment solutions, folks. And this is what Metallicus is all about, folks. Providing simply the digital payment solutions. That is it. And obviously, this is we haven't even scratched the surface yet. But in a nutshell, it wants to provide digital solutions, if not payment. More than that, if we talk about compliance, if you talk about even tokenization, so many things happening, various segments that it wants to disrupt and move that ensure our members have access to the most innovative, secure, and convenient financial tools. So, every project, every financial institution, they are now trying to rely on blockchain and its technology to give them more choice, speed, and control over their money, folks. So this is awesome. So let's first go on and check the Q3 report, and then we can move on ahead. Let's see in a nutshell what's happening. This is the table of contents. This is Metallica's 2025 Q3. CEO update, innovation program, Metal blockchain, Metal pay, Metal dollar, Metal X. You can check this report out yourselves. This is huge. We're going to be looking at XPR network more specifically and Metal blockchain, folks. So let's check this one out. As we enter the final 6 weeks of 2025, it is hard to imagine slowing down. Looking back at our progress in Q3 and with so much still ahead as we move toward 2026, this year marks a monumental 10th year of operation for Metallicus. Folks, 10th year of operation. So this brings us to an important point that we haven't even realized for how long Marshall and the team have seen this vision of a new future, the new financial future, folks, which is led by institutions, institutional engagement, compliance, and use cases, folks. So this is great. Marshall is really great with the words, folks. So you have to check this out yourselves. You have to check this out yourselves. we're going to be looking at Metal blockchain. Okay, so this Metal blockchain enabling high performance smart contract execution tailored to institutional use cases. Pulse VM development work continued on Pulse VM, which is Metal blockchain's Rust based virtual machine. Validator network reaches global scale. Validator count surpassed 175 globally by early November, folks. This is great, reflecting a significant uptick in decentralized participation. Talking about Web Wallet, some DeFi developments, Web Wallet plus Web Auth enhancements. A refreshed interface is in development for the Metal blockchain web wallet, while core functionality, including staking and governance, continues migrating into Web Auth wallet. Institutional stablecoin subnets test environment QA is underway in preparation for future deployment of ISS, privately governed institution operated ledgers, purpose built for compliant solutions, folks. This is great. We've got Metal Pay, sorry, a full upgrade of our identity verification onboarding process. Awesome. This is Metal Dollar. Metal Dollar was added to the Metal X lending markets in Q3, expanding its utility. As far as Metal X is concerned, we wanted organic TVL growth. When we last covered Metal X, folks, we oftentimes said that we want the TVL to grow, the total value locked to grow, and for Metal X to provide compliant solutions in the world of DeFi. So look at this. These new markets contributed to organic TVL growth and increased user participation across the platform. So new lending markets added, updated trading interface deployed, unified trading and lending interface, coin market cap tracking enabled, XLM trading competition completed. Awesome, look at this. Following the launch of XLM as a new asset on the DEX, MetalX executed a trading competition to incentivize volume and market depth. So this is a really great market strategy. WebAuth enabling users to view aggregated balances across all accounts and supported networks in a single interface. Now, folks, let's check out what is happening with XPR network. XPR network has become one of the fastest growing ecosystems in decentralized finance. We've oftentimes talked about this element, folks, because if we talk about the market cap of XRP, folks, it is really, really huge. And in comparison to, if we look at the market cap total value locked ratio, XBR network is by far one of the best projects in the space, folks. Top 50 chain by DeFi TVL. XPR network is now ranked among top 50 blockchains globally by total value locked. If you look at the market cap TVL ratio, I think it is one of the greater ones, folks, the good ones. With TVL nearing $100 million and sustained week over week growth, XPR has become one of the fastest growing ecosystems in decentralized finance. I think that a good layer one, folks, it needs to have a good DeFi environment as well, which should be compliant, which should focus which should focus on institutions, on regulations. Now, this is what I was talking about. One of the highest TVL to market cap ratios globally, with nearly $100 million in locked value and modest circulating market cap. XPR network maintains one of the highest TVL to market cap ratios in blockchain industry. This is great. 40 block producers securing the network. The network is now secured by 40 globally distributed block producers, expanding resilience and validator diversity, which is really important for the overall security and well-being of the network. So this is great. 14 lending markets now live on Loan Protocol. Loan Protocol, the fully on-chain lending engine powered by XPR network, now supports 13 active markets. Now look at this. The recent additions include XMD, the metal dollar, Solana, ADA, hbar, alongside existing support for BTC, Ethereum, Doge, USDC, XPR, XMT, XRP, and LTC, folks. Awesome. Talking about the coin market cap, integration of MetalX, Metal Dollar, and tokens. MetalX is now tracked on coin market cap along with full token metrics for XPR, Loan, Metal, MTL, and XMD. Coin tracking integration is live as well. As far as Metal L2 is concerned, XMD will serve as the foundation for payments, lending, and liquidity across the Metal L2 ecosystem. The Metallicus media coverage, it is always good. American Banker, St. Cloud, Financial Credit Union launches stablecoin. Coindesk, St. Cloud FCU issues first US credit union stablecoin. After the Genius Act, folks, the highlight, the stablecoins are a highlight after that, that's for sure. Credit unions bet on stablecoins. American Banker, stablecoin use cases for banks. This is a follow-up feature covering the NYC panel where Irina Birkin of Metallicus joined leaders from Citi and Anchorage Digital to explore stablecoin use in financial services. And we've got some more. Valera launches Digital Asset Lab. Cornerstone League and Metallicus announced partnership. This is great. And if we talk about the conferences, it has gone through some conferences as well. Operations and Member Experience Council, Go West Max Conference, American Banker, Most Powerful Woman in Banking. Great. Venture Tech, looking ahead. Metallicus will attend the 2026 Governmental Affairs Conference, folks. So this is great. Governments are now involved in these projects, folks. So that is great. This is awesome. 3 amazing updates for TDBN. XPR and Metal have been added to CoinMarketCap list for ISO 20022 tokens. Perpetual trading coming soon to Metal X app powered by XPR. One Nevada Credit Union joins Metallica stablecoin pilot. Speaking of EchoX, folks, I saw a post from him. Where is it? Yeah, this one I wanted to share with you guys to understand the regulations and what's happening with Metal at this point. 3 reasons why XPR network could be your next crypto deep dive. So number 1, identity first blockchain with real world utility. So this is great. Strong price movement and bullish signals long term. Number 3, active ecosystem expansion and staking. So this is awesome. If we talk about the ecosystem growth, recent milestones include hitting 700,000 plus accounts and expanding DeFi integrations like the loan protocol network security. Awesome, folks. This is great. Constantly developing, as far as if the team constantly develops Metallicus ecosystem and XPR Metal blockchain, they have a shot to become really huge in the future. Depends on the developments. Look at this US debt clock update, BTC Metal XPR memes. It is time. You have to check this out. This is almost 1.5 hours long. Let's see a small piece from this to understand what's happening.
OG Bitcoiners, okay, that made a lot of money. Yes, some of them they flaunted their wealth, right? Some of them just went off the la la land, but then there are some of them that actually came back to the community and actually contributed and built toward the community, and they want to improve the Bitcoin narrative itself and blockchain and expand upon itself, right? So this is why I'm a big believer in Bitcoin. Okay, I'm a big believer in crypto in general. Okay, I'm a big believer in anything outside of the U.S. Federal Reserve note, as y'all might notice. Okay. Appreciate it. Thank y'all very much for sharing it. Thank you very much for posting this live, right? Yeah, there's more information to come after. I know that, we just saw that Bitcoin broke, I believe it just hit $90,000, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, give me 1 second. Yep, it just hit $90,000. Let's go, right? Oh no, we broke above 90,000. Let's go. Okay, cool. I bet. So we're gonna see Bitcoin. In my opinion, okay, we're going to see it go to new all-time highs, right? And I'm going to do the charts for you all here in a little bit and show you all, because that's where I'm longing the market, right? If you guys know how to trade, right? Which if you don't know how to, right, no worries whatsoever, but just know that everything is built off of algorithmic trading, right? People trade the markets and they long and short it. So I'm going to show you the trading stats on Bitcoin and where I have my trades at, and where I'm longing it at. And this goes for the whole entire crypto market itself, because you got to think about it this way. If Bitcoin goes up, everything is pretty much connected to Bitcoin, whether it's XRP, whether it's Ethereum, Solana, Metal, XPR, it doesn't make a difference, right? A lot of them are connected to Bitcoin because that's the largest market cap digital asset that's out there, right? So with that being said, if all this liquidity is coming into Bitcoin, right, it's eventually going to move its way over to other assets as well, right? But you have to think about, like, logically thinking. Okay, so how is the liquidity going to move, right? When they say watch, or what do they say, watch the money or learn what the money, or watch the waters, watch the money, follow the money. Yeah. When they say follow the money, that's what it means, right? Follow where the money is going. Okay. A lot of the money moves. A lot of the big liquidity moves. A lot of the whales move. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not a whale like that, right? One day, probably, I hope I will. But with that being said, we like to watch the liquidity move and shift, because then we know exactly how to position ourselves in our portfolio, right? I also know that a lot of people believe that we're going to have a crash in the overall economy. Okay, how do I say this in a good way? I don't believe that we're going to have a crash, right? Honestly. Just in all my honest opinion, I believe that if anything, it's going to be very volatile, which it really is right now. Okay. But the reset, in my opinion, we're already in the middle of the reset. Okay. We're already in the middle of it. Put a dot in the chat if you believe that we're in the middle of the reset right now, because I feel like a lot of people don't believe we're in the middle of this reset. And it's really important for a lot of people to know, right? Either put a dot, put a 1, right? Just put it inside of the chat, right? So people can start seeing it, right? Because this is what people need to know. People need to know they're not alone, right? Yeah, we've been buying digital assets, cryptocurrency, gold, silver for many, many years now, right? And, you're not just buying it, but hoarding it, utilizing it, right? So that, yeah, I can see that. So I'm getting messages from people on the outside. Yes, I can see the chats. I can see everybody. I can see the chats. If you're posting inside the comments, I can see it on my side, right? So I don't know if you can see it. I don't know how it shows up on yours end whenever you're looking at it, because I'm not really looking at the looking on the other side, right? But I appreciate all the people that are showing up right now, and that are watching and viewing. Let me see. In 1 second. Okay, yeah. Okay, got it. Okay, I see it. Okay, I see all the comments right here. Bet. Know what you hold. Let's go. Know what you hold. So yeah, I can see all the chats that are coming in. So that because last time that I had the live, I didn't see the chats. So I'll be able to answer anybody's questions that come in. Right, of course, if you're saying a comment that, or if you're saying something inappropriate, then of course I'm not going to comment on it, right? But with that being said, be mindful. Yeah. So yeah, today has been a phenomenal day, right? For the market, for everybody in general, for gold, silver, and then we're also going to be getting into some gems too as well, because when we're talking about the reset of this financial system, one of the things you're one of the only ones that are promoting metal. And I'm happy I am, right? I wouldn't say I'm the only one. There's a whole entire stack community that is talking about metal, that part of the, that is all about metal. That's all about metal, XPR. It's called the TDBN community, the digital banking network community, right? And they've built a regulated platform, right, for all of these community members, to actually be bullish on regulations and clarity in cryptocurrency, right? So with that being said, okay, whenever I found myself into that community, I was just like, wow, I'm so happy to not only have been blessed to be able to be welcomed into this community, right, but also to understand it, because the biggest thing is to understand it, right? Because it's one thing to be like, okay, well, we know about XRP. That's not a given secret. We know about XLM. We know about XDC. We already know about all those different types of cryptocurrency, right? But when we talk about metal, when we talk about XPR, right, we're talking about, holy crap, okay? these digital assets, nobody really covers them. Nobody even talks about them. But in my opinion, whenever I discovered them, not only did I become really bullish because, of the simple fact that they're one of their main focuses is onboarding the community banks and the credit unions in the US and around the world, right? And it's not just them, but that's just like their main goal right now, right? They're the only ones that is a layer zero blockchain, so Metal blockchain, which is under the Metallicus umbrella, right? Because Metallicus built this whole entire ecosystem. Metal blockchain is the layer zero, the only layer zero out there. So when we think about blockchain, right, there's different layers to it. Okay, and there's layer one, layer two, layer three, right? Okay, well, layer zero, obviously.
So, folks, what do you guys think about the Metallicus ecosystem, XPR? What's happening with the market volatility at this point of time? Do you think the ultimate financial system is being formed? And do you think Metallicus will have a part to do with it? I would really like your opinions. Do hit the comment box below and let the community know. Anyways, guys, this was it for the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification icon if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems. And you can also support the channel by checking out Patreon by following the link in the description box below. Until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.